on Trump, or did Trump turn on Elon? But it doesn't really matter because this is what the swamp wanted, as the honeymoon phase between these two is over. When Elon Musk criticized Trump's big beautiful bill, and Trump called Musk out.
Elon and I had a great relationship. I don't know if we're well anymore. I was surprised.
So Elon started reposting tweets about Trump getting impeached. Then Trump posted about asking Elon to leave.
Wait, what? But like, what? What sparked it? I don't understand. A new spending bill should be drafted that doesn't massively grow the deficit and increase the debt ceiling by $5 trillion. Hey, so like, have you guys ever noticed that like every president tackles the national debt, but they never make any progress? You ever notice that? I just don't get it. And then on top of the fact, we change parties every 4 years or maybe even every 8 years, right? So even if you have a party that cuts the deficit like crazy, we're still not going to be back in the black. And then it's going good, and then another administration comes in and starts doing different shit, and we're either saving less money now or not saving as much, and then we're back to, it's like, I don't know, man. The fact that we change parties every 4 to 8 years, I think that's the biggest problem. Because like, could you imagine, let's say you lived in a big family, right? And you all lived under one roof. I don't know, every couple of months you gave the checkbook to balance to a different family member. Next month you give it to another family member and they balance the checkbook, whether they know how to or not. They balance the checkbook. And then you give it to another person the next month, and then the next month. What's gonna happen to your finances? What's your checkbook gonna look like in a year? Who fucking knows? Who knows? Could go up, down, left, right, down the fucking middle. Who knows? That's just my ramblings and rantings about the debt. Realistically, I don't see it ever going away. How can it go away? How does it go away? It just hit reset, I guess, but that would involve terrible stuff.
Elon and I had a great relationship. I don't know if we're well anymore. I was surprised.
So Elon started
Trump was surprised that the friendship ended, which means that he's not the one that ended the friendship. It was Elon that ended the friendship. Elon was wearing thin. I asked him to leave. I took away his EV mandate that forced everyone to buy electric cars that nobody else wanted. Oh, oh, okay. That he knew for months I was going to do, and he just went crazy. Oh, I think I know what happened here. I think I know what happened here. This is a classic case of, if I become friends with the most popular guy in school, he's gonna afford me opportunities that I can't get myself, being my own little nerdy self. So he does everything he can to get into the cool kids club. And once he finally does, the president of that cool kids club says, hey, listen, motherfucker, nothing in life is free, okay? I don't give a fuck what you did. We're not doing this. I don't know what you thought. We cool, we can still be homies, but what, you think that just because I let you in my house, I let you look over the books that we were like this? No, me and my wife are like this, homie. Me and you, I like you, Elon, I do. But what'd you think this was? It's like, I think Donald Trump friend zoned the fuck out of this dude. I believe that Elon went crazy, bro, because this is the same person that cheats in Diablo. And if y'all don't know what Diablo is, which most of y'all do, but most of y'all are gamers here.
Tesla stock started to collapse as Elon reposted old videos of Trump partying with Epstein. And then,
oh, bro, you're just like a jaded ex-girlfriend at this point. Oh, man.
Then suggesting that he is in the Epstein files. That's why they were never made public.
Boy, that escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
I don't think EVs are garbage. I think that, I mean, they do have their practicality, and they do have their use, and they do have their place in the automotive industry. They're just not for everybody, man. They're not. And a car full of technology. Look at a future where every single car is electric and Bluetooth and blah, blah, blah. I don't want my car to get hacked. Not only is it not for everybody, it's not for the majority. That's the problem. And I think Elon was trying to force it, and he was trying to basically monopolize himself within the EV industry. Or not even the EV industry, just the automotive industry, to basically force people's hands to buy electric vehicles with Teslas and shit. Tesla and like everything Elon has to offer, I almost it reminds me of PlayStation. They made the PlayStation 5, this amazing fucking thing, but oh wait, we forgot to add games. Sorry. You're gonna have to wait a little while for exclusive games. Although I do not want to downplay his contributions to the space program, or just to space in general, because that's absolutely amazing. All right.
So what I really think is, Elon is just going scorched earth on someone he perceives as ungrateful. And before we hype up the drama too much, I think the absolute best—
Ungrateful. I mean, like, dog. I feel like Elon, and I've known people like this, and they make me very uncomfortable, is people that try to buy your friendship. I honestly feel like that's the kind of person that Elon, that's what this feels like. He just gives me that vibe. I don't know him as a person. I could be wrong. I could be dead wrong with either like favors or doing something nice for them in hopes that they reciprocate the same. Just be my friend, bro. I don't need you to do anything for me. Just be cool, right? But then like you do something for me, and then like you expect me to damn near almost demand I do something for you because you did something for me, motherfucker. I didn't ask you to do that for me in the first place. You know what I'm saying? It almost seems like what's what I'm looking for. It's manipulative.
Deficit is insane. You know, it's like $3 trillion. The federal expenditures are $7 trillion. Federal revenue is $4 trillion. That's a $3 trillion difference in. If this was a company, it'd be a $3 trillion loss.
But then Trump introduced his big beautiful bill.
Everything in there is good for Democrats, Republicans, and every.
Goddamn, it's so Trump to call it a big, beautiful bill. Did you see the bill I wrote, folks? It's big. It's beautiful. Biggest, most beautiful bill ever been written. You should have been there. I'll show you a picture. It's just like, of course he would call it that, bro. Of course he would.
But it's 100% expensing for companies investing in America and increasing take-home pay for the typical family by thousands of dollars a year. So there'll be no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, no tax for the great seniors in Social Security. So you have no tax on Social Security for our great seniors. And we have full deduction for interest. If you buy a car that's made in America, you get an interest rate deduction. That's going to be it's got to be made in America.
To which Elon was—
Let me rewind this, man, because this all sounds like a win to me. What do we all hate more than anything in the world? Out of all of our gripes as Americans, what do we hate the absolute most? It's like a deep-seated hatred within your soul, bro. What is it? Taxes. You start talking to a motherfucker about taxes, you're speaking their language. And he just said, no taxes on this, no taxes on that. He just said no taxes for like 5 different things. I don't see how that's an L.
Everything in there is good for Democrats, Republicans, and everybody else. But it's 100% expensing for companies investing in America and increasing take-home pay for the typical family by thousands of dollars a year.
That doesn't increasing the take-home pay for families each year. That doesn't sound bad. And who does that hurt? Whoever doesn't agree with it, I would just love for you to answer me that question. Why is it bad and who does it hurt?
Be no tax on tips.
Why is that bad and who does it hurt?
No tax on overtime.
Why is that bad and who does it hurt?
No tax for the great seniors in Social Security. So you have no tax on Social Security for our great seniors.
Say it with me. Why is that bad and who does it hurt?
And we have full deduction for interest. If you buy a car that's made in America, you get an interest rate deduction.
Shaka Khan. Why is that bad and who does it hurt? It hurts foreign nations. Wah, they're not going to buy our vehicles anymore. Oh, fucking well. Buy whatever we want. Now we just have an incentive. What is it? Is it cheating to give people an incentive? I think Elon's mad that he's giving people an incentive to buy vehicles made here and blah, blah, and all this stuff and not giving him his own little mandate for Tesla. I guess Elon's mad like, you'll do this for you, but you won't do this for me. Well, yeah, man. When you're the boss, when you're the Don, then yeah, that's how it works. That's how that whole position works. That's how that whole job works. Welcome to politics, buddy. I don't even know why you're surprised or how or. So, anyways, out of everything he just said, I see that as a win. I would love for someone to say why it's not, and give me a reason as to why it's not, why it's bad, and who it directly negatively impacts.
Which Elon was angry over, as it added $2.5 trillion to the deficit.
So basically, taking less money away from everyday hardworking Americans, and especially the elderly, is putting the government further into debt. That just right there, that right there just says guilt to me. Somewhere along the road, someone did something very bad. The fact that you think of it like that, the fact that you see it that way, and the fact that I don't even know if that's true, but if it is true, somewhere along the line, throughout the course of history, within this nation's finances, did something very bad. Because if saving Americans money is increasing the debt by that much, that means that, man, y'all did something at some point. I don't know what y'all did, but y'all did something and it was terrible and it was awful. And we can see it throughout the course of history. Y'all have done several awful things, man. Losing millions upon millions of dollars, misplacing millions upon millions of dollars, seemingly not knowing where $500 million went. You played around with the money so much that now, again, like I said at the beginning of the video, doesn't matter where you go, huh? Up, down, left, right, doesn't matter. Because y'all fucked it at some point. Somewhere along the road, someone fucked it very poorly. This is basically you saying that in order to get out of debt, we need to keep raping the American taxpayer for more money. That's what you're saying. Spoken like a true government employee right there. And then let me guess, after that you're gonna tell us, and it's for your own good too.
Doubling down, saying the easiest way to save money is to terminate Elon's government subsidies. To which Elon replied, okay, we're going to decommission the Dragon spacecraft immediately, which is the SpaceX ship that transports cargo and crew around the International Space Station.
So we know, wait, when did this happen? What hold on. What did I miss? I thought, what is it no longer done by Russia? Is it no longer done by the Soyuz rockets? It's strictly Elon. When did that transition happen? Is it only done by this now? And Elon, you're such a whole ass bitch. You're gonna spit in the face of space travel and science and the exploration of the final frontier because you're feeling petty about Donald Trump? I don't mind Elon turning against me, but he should have done so months ago. Damn, that says a lot. This is one of the greatest bills ever presented to Congress. It's a record cut in expenses, $1.6 trillion, and the biggest tax cut ever given. If this bill doesn't pass, there will be a 68% tax increase, and things far worse than that. I didn't create this mess. I'm just here to fix it. This puts our country on a path of greatness. Make America great again. This is like the equivalent of like, you've called like 5 plumbers to fix your fucking problem, right? None of them, and all of them tried, and you keep having problems. And that 6th plumber comes in and says, hey, so figured out these problems, it's gonna cost you this much. And you're like, what? Why the fuck is it gonna cost me that goddamn much? All those other dudes didn't charge me that much. And he's like, well, yeah, but like, I had to undo so much fuckery with all their shit. I had to pretty much restructure the whole thing. I had to pretty much start from the ground up. They messed up so many things, cut so many corners, it put so many things in the wrong place that like, I'm gonna have to charge you more, man. That's just how it goes. This isn't a regular bathroom. I don't know what you want from me. I'm just the guy you called to fix it. I'm giving you the price. That's it. That's it. I don't know why you're getting mad. You know what? And that's the thing, man. Everything that has been cut up to this point, I feel has been in service of this, right? Or am I wrong? Think of every single thing that has been cut. Think of every single thing that has been canceled, and think of everyone that has been fired since Donald Trump took office. I feel like all of that has been in service of this.
But Elon explains he doesn't mind.
Whatever. Keep the EV solar incentive cuts in the bill, even though no oil and gas subsidies are touched. Very unfair. Seems like you're at a college bitching because the dean of the university decided to give other departments more funding because their research is yielding better results and yours isn't. So naturally, you're not going to get as much, or it'll just get cut altogether. You're just salty, bro. In the entire history of civilization, there has never been legislation that's both big and beautiful. Everyone knows this. Either you get a big and ugly bill or slim and beautiful bill. Okay, well, in this case, I guess it's slim and beautiful. And the reason it's slim is because you're not in it, Elon. Don't know what to tell you. Let me guess. If you were still getting your incentive cuts for EV and solar, I guarantee you would call it big and beautiful. I mean, dude, You were pretty much on fucking Donald Trump's shoulders for like a whole last couple months. These past couple months, I haven't even been able to see Donald Trump without seeing you. I haven't seen you without seeing Donald Trump, right? And you're like that little kid on Big Brother's shoulders. Like, carry me to the touchdown, big bro. Right? That's you, man. Like a little pet monkey on his shoulder, right? And then he tells you, "All right, fuck off for a little while, man. Seriously. Just give me some space. Working here." And you get pissy.
And the EV and solar cuts in the bill just calls out how they don't cut the oil and gas subsidies. And
Yeah, because oil and gas is much more needed than EV and solar, bro. Sorry, that's just the brutal, ugly truth. We rely on oil and gas still a whole lot more than EV and solar. Maybe one day in the future, we'll find other shit to rely on. I don't know, man. In the future, will we have a need for electric? And in the future, should we as a society push towards using less fossil fuels for environmental purposes? Sure. I'm not opposed that. I'm not opposed that at all. They can coexist. One is more needed and one is more important and one is more worldwidely used than electric. There's countries that have zero electricity but they have oil and gas. Yeah. Can we get there as a society in the future to where we can rely less on fossil fuels for the environment? Yeah, sure. I just think it's also a naive idea that we could end the planet that way, right? Pollution and stuff like that. I hate when people think that pollution is going to be what kills us. No. Bro, look at the world. We're going to kill each other far before pollution does, far before any of that. I agree with Musk, but I still think he's a moron for going at Trump like this. He's literally throwing a fit because he didn't get what he wanted. If Trump were to concede to Elon, that would just reinforce what Dems have been saying about Trump being a puppet. This should have been done private. Yeah, but Elon wasn't going to make that private. He wanted to make it public so that he could rally people behind him. It seems like whenever Elon doesn't get his way, he throws a fit on X. I'm not on Twitter. I have an account. Do I get on it, bro? Like, never, rarely. If I get sent something, my buddy sent me some wild shit. He's like, "Bro, you gotta watch this." I dusted off old X to pull it up, but I get on it so infrequently that every time I get on, it asks me if my phone number is still my phone number. No one will release those files because everyone in Washington is in them. True. You're right. However, I'd like to believe that there's people within the system that are absolutely 100% innocent. Just like I truly believe that innocent people did go to Diddy parties, but they left before all the fucking debauchery. Meh, watch how quickly the left runs to Elon despite everything they've said about him. Nah, bro, I think the left are gonna hang him out to dry. Truly, to be honest. I mean, say what you want about the left, but they can be some ruthless motherfuckers if you piss them off. In the same way that if you piss off a Republican, right? So, nah. Elon's on the verge of burning so many bridges, bro, and I think he's already burned quite a few, that he's about to be a man inside of politics without a home. Oh, didn't realize Elon was such a crybaby. Bro, you should have seen him when he got called out for cheating in Diablo. Yes, this man cheats in video games. And no one seems to care except for the gaming community. Bro, you can tell a lot about someone's character when they cheat in a video game. You can tell about who someone is, right? He may be successful, but the dude's kind of a turd. No tax on overtime, bro. You're about to start seeing motherfuckers live at work. Me and my buddy were talking about this the other day. We were talking about if they legalize cocaine because he's very radical. He's like, they need to legalize cocaine. I don't really understand. I'm like, well, buddy, I mean, you know, but if they did, we would see a tremendous increase in work productivity across the nation. You would see overtime skyrocket. It would be overtime, triple time, forever time. You would see motherfuckers living at work, and you would see employers like basically saying, "Hey, Randy, go the fuck home, man. You're gonna get me fired by OSHA. Holy shit, you've been here for 7 days." Because cocaine truly is just a much stronger caffeine. Yeah, I woke up today and didn't drink coffee after drinking coffee the last 2 days. If I do cocaine 2 days in a row, I'm doing cocaine on that third day. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the addictive nature of it on why it's so illegal, I feel. because yeah, it's just coffee turned up.